Welcome back to our channel. Alisha, a blockchain developer and an instructor at Newton School. Now, basically, today's agenda would be covering conditions, and we would be that if you want to some bunch of codes on a particular condition when it pass, then how you can do that. And we're also gonna look at if else state, and if time permits, we're also going with the switch statement. So first let's see that what condition is, and then we will going deep how you can execute condition in Newton's code in JavaScript. So basically, we are gonna use Newton's Launchpad, and this is our AJS space where we will be writing our code. And if you want to follow up with what are on the channel and first video of the playlist JavaScript, because there I have about this Launchpad, and I have told you that how you can start your coding with this particular platform. Now, Newton School is basically a tech company, which is where you would getting an opportunity to learn things related to full stack development. And the best part of this tech company is that they don't charge you in the beginning. When the you get acquire the skill required for the market, and then at the end you need to land a job, and you will be getting a placement which is also guaranteed lakhs to 40 lakhs. So once you have placement in your hand, then only you pay for the fees of your courses. So yeah, that was a bit of intro about new card and new school. Now let's start our today's agenda, which was conditions. So basically, conditions are when you want some bunch of codes to be executed only when there is a particular condition. Now the best example for conditions like if the number which is input by the user is 2, then please print 2, or else please don't print anything if there is some any numbers. So this was a bit of intro about condition. Now in JavaScript, conditions basically four ways technically. So there is an if statement to come up with a condition. Now if statements are something that could be written solely or with the else one. Now what I mean is that suppose I declare a variable n is equals to 2. Okay. And I want that if n is to 2, only then the console log statement working, else there should be nothing on the screen. Okay. So now let me open my like developers tool. Now to declare and condition or to write a if statement in JavaScript, have the if keyword, then we have these round brackets, and then we have two curly braces. Now this defines the body of your if statement, whichever things. This is basically the body of if statement, and this is like whatever you want to like execute when a particular condition is true. We say na, if you get good marks you will be getting chocolates, or if you get bad marks you will be getting some scoldings. So like that only we have that if the condition is true. Let's just write true over here. If the condition is true, these statements execute, which is in these curly braces, and if not, then these statements won't be executed. So now as we have said, it is the body of the statement, if statement. We decided that if n is equals to 2, or if the variable value is true, we need to have a console log, and this console log will basically printing 2, right? Let's just have this 2 in inverted commas, and yeah, so right now that n is equals to 2, and you can console that we have 2 over here. Now suppose if I change this n is 4, then nothing would be okay. Still it got us with 2, and this was because like we have just manually giving if is true. So right now it will be giving me 2 only, and this is because we have not given statement. We have manually coded that yeah, this if statement is true. Like we have already given it that yeah man, you are true and you need to execute this particular statement. So, if you don't want every time to get too complicated, what we will be doing is that we will be saying that if n is equal to now 2 is equals to means that it will be just comparing the values, but we also need to compare the data type. So we will be saying if 3 equals to is equals to 2, then only let this statement print, or let this statement have the console log. So now you can see that our n value is 4, so we are not able to print 2. Now suppose I just convert this n value to 2, what will happen? It will again print 2 for us in the console. So this was a about if statement, and this is how if statements work. So this was the first condition. Like if you just have one if statements to be work, like you just want a piece of code to run when a condition is true. Suppose if you want another piece of code to be run when your condition is false, then what we can do? So it's like if there is a chocolate in the box, you can eat, else you can't eat. So to explain this, let me show some other keywords also. So in conditions, we have if, we have else, and we also have else if. Now for our second discussion, we will be using only else keyword, and then we will be looking at else if. So in this case, what we can say that if n is equal to, then console log 2, else I want to execute. Suppose my statement is not true. My variable value is not 2, then else you can console log that console dot log that uh, the value is not true. So you basically needs to give the user that, and you didn't like input 2, and here we are hard coding here with few videos. And now you can see that as we are having our condition true, we are having a console log of 2, but as soon as I change the value of n, you will be having this statement on the console which says that the value, okay, value is not true. um yeah, the value is not true. 2. So basically, if this was the body of if statement, same way this is the body of else statement. Let's just like statement. Okay. Now you can have a very clear idea from this example that if something is true, your if part get executed, and if something is not true, directly your else part get executed, because this else block is like okay, the conditions you provided into if statement, or this for this if block to be executed was not true. So this okay, let's just have like this part, this part will execute, will execute for true statements, and same way this part will be executed for false one. False one. Now suppose you have multiple if, like if this is the value then print this, if this is the value then print this, if this is the value then print this, then what we can do. So to get into this particular example, let's say that now we want something. Okay, we just have a change into this only. Suppose I want that if n is equal print console log 2, if n is equals to sorry 3 is equals to 3, then console log 3, where if n is 4, 4, else like directly at the end, just console log that you don't give us a right choice. Okay, so let's just have a problem statement over here. Like we want print for 2, 3 and 4, else just say that wrong, wrong choice. Now this can be achieved two examples, but the first way would be clumsy, the first way won't work accurately right, and the first way would be like unprofessional also. So the first way is that, like as we have if block for n is equals to 2, and then if we have if block for if n is equals to 3, and the same way if n is equals to 4, then in that case if all the three if blocks would be checked. Like if one got wrong and if one got right now, like if we found that okay n was is equals to 2 only, still our compiler will be checking that okay was it 4, was it 5, was it 3, then in that case the work of compiler would be that is not the technical right way to achieve this program, and that's why we are gonna look at else if statement. Now what else if statement would do, else if statement that if this condition gets false, then don't go to the else part, don't go to the ultimate false condition, just go to the else if conditions, which like okay first one get false, so what, we have some other if statements also, we have some other conditions also, are they gonna be right? So let's just give have an example here. So we will be saying that okay else if n is equals to 3, then have a console log 3 over here, 3 over here. Okay, and then so we will be having okay else if n is equals to 4, just have a console log of 4, and if all the three conditions get false, then only have the false block, which was the else block, that okay if all my three conditions get false, then only you need to execute this false statement, and you need to have the body of this else statement. So let's just start over here, just have console dot log with wrong choice. Okay, so right now we are getting wrong choice because our n is 5. So you saw that okay this statement was not executed, this would be the first one that would be compared, and this was not executed, then this would be the second one that would be compared, and this was also not executed, this would be the third one that would be compared, and this was also not executed. So now suppose I have let's just change the value. Let's just have 2. So you can see that okay, it checked for the 2, it got right, it just executed the console log, and it just came out of the like out of our whole condition process. Now, suppose we are having 3 over here, then the same way the first was false, so it says, okay, problem. I have more conditions on my upcoming lane, and I could check that. So it go for the second condition. It got true. Now, same with the four one. Okay, if first and second got false, so what? I am here, and let me check that okay, this else is getting true or not. If it would be getting true, then that would having a console log, and if it won't be getting true, then we having that as a console. Now, same way, if I give some random numbers which is not in the range of 2 and 4, then we are getting all the conditions which was provided by the programmer who has just programmed this code has been like false. So we need to execute else part. This else part didn't have any condition because it directly get executed whenever every condition is false. So that was about if else, and if else. Now, we have some practical programs on it, and we will be looking at one of the examples, and that is that if your number your number is even, then execute a statement. Okay, yeah, we can go for the positive negative numbers. That would be more viable. So let's say that if your number is positive, then execute a statement. If your number is negative, then execute another statement. If your number is 0, then execute an. Okay. So now we are having a number. Have var num, and let's just have a random value like okay, this is my number. Now positive numbers basically integers value after 0, negative numbers are the integers value before 0, and we have one condition. So now this was a random value, and we are saying that if num is greater than 0, if num is greater than 0, execute this statement. Okay, so we will be saying print positive, else if num is less than 0, then print negative, or else if else that means if a number is not greater than 0 and not small than 0, then it should be equal to 0, then we will be saying okay, print that this number is print 0. Now let's have a console log. First of all, we have given the conditions, but still we are not having any console log. Like this wrong choice is coming from our above comment particular example to our latest example. So right now we are not having any console log because we are getting executed, but we don't have anything to execute in our body because comments are ignored in any language. So now let's just have one thing like console log over here, console log, and we will be saying this would be positive, right? So we know that our number is greater than 0. That's why this condition got true. And as this condition got true, we have this console. Now let's just have this console log over to our second conditions. But this time, this would be like have a console log of negative, negative, and over here we will be having a console log of 0. So we are getting positive because we know that 15454 is greater than 0. What if I have a minus sign over? Then it would be like less than every negative number is less than 0. So in that case, we get a console log of negative. And suppose I convert this number to 0, like it equal to 0, then we are gonna get 0 as a console log. So that was a intro of conditions, and that was all about conditions like if else state. We are gonna if else state not in our programming videos. So do have many questions solved on. So this was all about conditions, and now we are gonna look at switch statement. Let's start our switch. Now switch works like a if else statement, but they are a bit different. Like the concept of switch statements are bit different. Now what switch statement says is that okay, have a variable n, assign it a value, like we assigned it 74. We are gonna perform the above example with the switch statement. Now the syntax, first let us see the syntax for this because it's a bit complex than the conditions which we have seen above example. So do note the syntax, it's very important also. Now switch statement starts with switch keyword, and here we generally pass our variable for which we are gonna like perform our conditions, like we are gonna execute our conditions on which we are gonna execute our. Now switch statement also have a body, and each switch statement has a case. Now this case says that okay, this is case number 1. Okay, this is case number 1, and this would be the like case syntax, like we need to have colons over here, and then we will be having, and this colon says that okay, the body of the this case has been started. This case body had been started, and to just like execute the body, like if we want this body to be like over, now nothing should be in this particular body, we have a break. So this shows that okay, from here the case has been completed, and as we were inside this body, and this inside this body we can only reach if we have this condition uh, successful. So you can break from this whole entire switch and you can come over here. So this break statement helps you to out of this particular curly braces, and then anything on this particular lines would be exit. So now this was the case 1, and we have n over here. Suppose we have so many cases, and one case is 74. I should take a very small number, but no issues. Let's have one case is as a 74. And then again, we will be having a break statement. And then we will be like in if conditions, we saw else statement. Same way, which cases we have default state. So let's have the default, and we don't need to have a break statement default because we are already at the end of the particular switch case. So just having the body of the default statement. So we can say that this is the body of default one. Now suppose I have one particular console log over here which says that yeah, you just type 70, like the value of your n is 74. So, and suppose we have here a console log which states that okay, your value is 1, and we have one console log over here which would be stating that a wrong value, like wrong value. So what this particular switch statements do is that it will take this variable and it will start comparing this variable value with your case value. So if you have entered over here, you gave it a variable n, and it will say that okay, was n equals to 1. If that goes true, then this line would be executed, and the same way it would be saying was n is equals to 74. If that line goes true, it will be a particular line which you can see over in console, also the last line of the console. But let's say that we don't have 74, like nothing got right, and nothing got like you don't have any case for your value, like for your n, so n was not able to match with of the cases. So it will go to the default statement and it will print wrong value. So suppose we have 1 and 8, and we just let's change the value and let's see the impact. So we just change to 1, and you are gonna see that we got 1 over here. Now let's just change the value to 8 because we have changed the case. First the case was 74, but right now the case is 8. So as soon as I made my variable value which it stores to 8, it executed this particular line of the statement. So yeah, that was a bit about switch statement. You can do a lot more than this. Like you can have it for the days, you can have it for the months, you can have it for years and leap years. So, yeah, that's it for today, guys.